Hi guys, welcome to your moon reading. This reading is going to be for the moon in Virgo. It's going to be from March 16th all the way to March 18th. I do want to let you know that we're finishing up the waxing gibbous phase and we're sliding right into the full moon on the 18th. Yay! Full moon in Virgo. So, let's see. I wonder if this message is for you. The guides are telling me that there are some potential energies in this reading, and what you do with them, oops, there's one already slipping out. What you do with it is going to be your decision. Now this card, whatever it is, look at it, it doesn't even want to come upright or whatever it is. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense because they were saying that, and as you, if you follow my channel, then you're part of my collective. Thanks for being part of my collective energetically. Well, if you've been following me recently, you've been seeing that they've been doing a lot of purifications for a lot of people. They've been asking you to release things that you've been holding on to, old energies, so that you can receive very, very high vibration frequency high frequency that came in. And the result of that frequency has been a lot of kicking up of the lower energies within our energetic field. So if you've been going through some things recently, then there you go. All right. Plus, obviously, we have cosmological influences as well that are really helping. Right now, Uranus is doing some stuff. But that being said, one of the messages that came through recently was that the cups, the grails, so to speak, they're speaking figuratively here, have been filled, right? So whatever downloads and restorations and whatnot they were working on for the past month, they've been done. Wow, my nose is itching so much whenever I channel it, really. It just, oh my God. Okay, we hear you, Spirit, we hear you. Wow. Whew, it's a real itch right there. Hold on. All right. However, they were saying, I promise it's the channeling that makes my nose itch. But they were saying that, yeah, what are you going to do with these energies? Because I am feeling a lot of explosive energies happening right now. Again, like I told you, Uranus is acting up in the cosmos. Look at this. Yeah. Oh, two cards. Oh, Justice. Wow, very, very clear energies. Justice card popping out with, guess what? The Queen of Cups, the Queen of Grails. What you do with the energy that you've received. Look, we have the Knight of Cups here. Before I got on the call, a card came out. It was the Page of Cups, right? So, and if you were following my Instagram, some of you are watching on YouTube, if you follow my Instagram, you would see that I do a daily reading, and it could have been yesterday's energy reading or 2 days ago for the daily, but it mentioned that the grails, the cups have been filled, right? Especially in the story. If you watched my stories, you will have seen that. But the thing is that the guides are coming through to ask, yes, you've gotten these higher vibration frequencies, but what are you going to do with it now? And the energies, like I said, feel very, very tumultuous right now because of cosmological influences and because of this high vibration frequency wave that has been downloaded within us. But and so in the 3D, what that means is that although people, places, things, and situations that were attached or allowed into your field along the frequency of those lower vibrations that were removed or healed or just whatever you'd like to say, those are going to fall away. So that's, your slamming door, your lost job or quit job, whichever, the relationship, the change in mindset, whatever it is. All of it is designed to upgrade you. So no matter what is going on right now, it's going to be for the sake of your upgrade. See? This Ace of Pentacles is there for you. But if you were able to see, I don't have my overhead camera, but if you were able to see how the cards fell on the table, the desk, it'll be like this, right? So these energies are very tumultuous that you've received, and there's a massive shift that's going on. And so the question is, as the guides are asking, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to quit? Are you going to numb out because what's happening is too strong? Are you going to um, let go and not really try? Or what are you going to do? Or are you going to understand that it's an invitation to really release that which no longer serves you in the physical, because it doesn't have anything to hold on to anymore energetically? So the more you keep trying to hold on to it in the physical, the worse it's going to get, because it no longer belongs in your field. But if you could play your cards right, pun intended, God bless you, pun intended, then guess what? You'll get right into and you'll be able to, they're saying, appreciate the Ace of Coins or Ace of Pentacles, the thing, the physical thing that has been given unto you, the change, the shift, and all of the new people, places, things, and situations that are coming in for you. This is about surrender, okay? Can you continue on this process that has been started, this healing process? And can you stick it out and appreciate it in order to step into it in the physical? Now the guides are telling me that the appreciation has to be there. In a sense, consciously, you've kind of got to get to this place where it's like, oh, I don't really like this, but I can see why it's useful. Oh, I can appreciate what it's trying to do here. And it just feels like right now it's not one of those things where it's going to happen and then you appreciate it later. It's almost like for it to really be effective, or for it to, I don't know, take root, there has to be a conscious component to it. And so that's why they're saying the choice is here as well, because they need you to make a conscious choice. And they're saying why it's a conscious choice for you is because you really are going to have to decide, is this maelstrom that I'm going through worth it to keep going through it? Is it worth it to stick it out? But discernment is important right here, right? So let's say, for example, just going to use it, relationships, because I think people respond to that a lot. Let's say, for example, you've just had this great, amazing, high vibration influx of energy coming in for you. It's your own healing energy. It's healing energy from the divine. It's source. You are source. So it's you coming in, and it kicks up all this stuff by showing you the shadows that you have. On top of that, we're flat out in the month of March. We're in the sign of Pisces. Nothing is clear. It's like walking through a fog. We've got cosmological influences, planets that are, known for shaking things up, active right now, right? So long story short, you probably have been feeling triggered left and right over the past few weeks, and things just popping up out of the blue, out of left field, for you to look at, for you to acknowledge, for you to see. Now, if you played your cards right, you will at some point come to an awareness like, oh, okay, whatever this person, place, thing, or situation is that has manifested for me, regardless of what I think it is, who I could think to blame, it is only able to manifest because there's a vibration that I'm carrying within my field, consciously or unconsciously, that has allowed it to be able to manifest. Now, some of you may be like, yeah, but that's not fair, and I did nothing to deserve this, and I did that, and they didn't do this, but you have to remember that you are, if that's your mindset, you're coming erroneously, God bless, from the mindset that all of your decisions and everything that occurs for you is a result of a conscious mind choice, when actually it's mostly the subconscious that is on autopilot. And a lot of that has to do with past life conditioning, present life conditioning, things that occur, right? It's vibration, vibration. And that's why you are, as a human being, tasked with awakening, quote unquote. To awaken means to become conscious of more than you were conscious of before. And the whole point of these life events is to trigger you into having a reaction, an emotional disturbance, so that you can see, okay, I'm having something came up, I don't like it, it makes me feel weird, blah blah blah. This is because I'm carrying something inside of me, a distortion in my energetic field. An energetic block is another way of saying it. On some level of my field, I don't know what it is, but it would behoove me to become aware of it, okay? And so that's where the inner work comes. And so right now, the beautiful month of March has been a month of mastery, because it has provided you with, like, let's just say the stage has been set for you to really experience triggers and to be like, oh, okay, I need to go inward. And so the not so fun part of it is that, well, it hurts sometimes. It hurts a lot because it's basically us confronting energies that we, on some level, do not want to face. We don't want to be associated with. We don't want to think that we can be that or have that or carry that or just whatever. Something as simple as, oh, that's, I'm not like that because my dad's like that, I'm not like that, and you so don't like your dad that you push those qualities away that you don't realize you actually share. That's just a very simple example, but there's so many variations of this. And the not so fun part about it is that when we experience this, it makes us want to run back into our shells because it hurts, and a lot of it may cause actual disruptions in your physical body. Some of you may have a reaction, aches, pains, any ailments that may pop up, rashes, whatever, as a result, or paining feet, all sorts of stuff that have popped up as a result of this shift in energy. So, again, what happens with that is we tend to want to tuck back in and not do the work. And that's why today's energies, the guides are saying, are coming through as a choice for you. Choices, choices, choices. Look at this Hierophant coming from on high to say, hey, the choice is simple. Are you willing to stick out this grand, they're saying grand transformational shift in order to, have your victory? Here's the victory here. Ooh, right underneath we've got, God bless, we've got the Empress representing you, male, female, gender non-conforming, stepping into greatness right now, which is to stick it out. Look at it, 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 look at it. It hurts, but look at it. Name it, label it. Oh, this is the part of me that doesn't want this to be true or doesn't want that. What can I do to fix it? Or they say you can stay stagnant, right? Look at how crooked this is. But even that is starting to feel like a tower. It's got to fall. So you can't stay in this place for long. Makes sense because we have the Judgment card right after, dear Lord. Judgment card and the Justice card. So Spirit, are you saying that you're just, we have a choice, but it's really, the choice is how long we want to stay in stagnation? Yeah, that's it. Because guess what? These distortions in the field, this deceptions, look at this distortion of the light. It's distortion of the light. What happens is light is always pouring into us through the crown chakra, through our out throughout the rest of our body. And what happens is on the different levels of our field, we have distortions, distorted energies built upon discordant energies. Built upon discordant energies. I was about to say built upon, oh my God, I forgot what I was about to say. See, they're like, listen, you don't need to say anything. We've got this. I'm like, okay, they got it. They're so funny. Oh my God. I had to laugh at that. Anyway, long story short, you've got discordant energies, and you have to, and think of it as anytime you have a discordant or distorted energy or idea or whatever, a distortion in your field, all that is that it is a blockage based upon a core belief that is not right? And some other stuff as well, based upon quite a few things, but one of which could be a core belief. It blocks the source energy from having its full effect of light. And that's why sometimes when I am helping a client to have an energetic download, right, I'll be like, oh my God, I'm looking in your field and these energies have been coming in for like the past week. Did you know that? And then they'll be like, oh, well, no, but I didn't know that, but I've been feeling like there's a demon around, or something's following me and something's watching. That's a distortion of the light. What's happening is the energies have been coming in for them, but based on some distortion in the field, they are misperceiving of what that is. It's light. It's their own energy, source energy coming in, but they're unable to see it clearly. As A Course in Miracles says, we're not seeing clearly at all because we're full of distortions. That's what we're coming here to clear up, right? And so when we clear the blockages, when we heal those blockages, when we resolve those issues, when we dissipate them, when we work that out in the field, when we produce healing in the energetic fields that you carry, it relieves those distortions and makes things clear. So long story short, oh, look at this, right into the death card, the transformation card. Long story clear. Long story clear. Long story short, you're going to have this Ace of Pentacles. You're going to make this shift, and it's going to shift in the physical. But right now, the question is, how long do you want to take to do that? All right? So this moon in Virgo, let's talk about it. The moon in Virgo is a really, remember, it's Virgo. Virgo is details, the small things, the fine print, all of this. Thank you, moon in Virgo. When we think about the moon, we tend to think about, what's more distorting than the moon, because the moon literally pulls up the stuff we're carrying within, just like it has such an effect on the tides, right? The full moon, the tides, it pulls it up. People go full moon crazy, all sorts of stuff, right? And there's a reason, because our stuff is kicked up. But good Lord, thank God it's the moon in Virgo, because the moon and the Virgo energies are like, listen, we're going to do it my way. And my way is putting our feet on the ground, getting it together, looking at the details, getting clear. Remember, the moon is not something that clarity lends itself to. It's more like a time for experiencing the unknown. For a lot of us, it's the unknown because it comes through the emotional body, right? We just feel things. And if you're cut off from your feelings, you're just experiencing things and you're like, what's going on? And then it's even worse if you're just not even owning your own stuff and you're like, this person made me do this. Oh, this person made me feel this, right? I mean, that's understandable, but you need to go deeper if that's the case. So during this moon in Virgo, your task is to get as grounded as possible, to understand things are happening, to understand you're going to have emotions, you're going to have reactions to what's happening in your life, what's going on with you. But your job is to stay focused. Look at her. Look at the Queen of Cups. She's got all this energy in this grail, this cup she's holding. But look at the lightning behind her. It's like, oh, I took a sip of this cup. In other words, I received my source energy, my upgrade. But now it's creating effects within my field. Yes, it's medicine. That's why. And it's kicking up a lot of stuff. But I know under this moon in Virgo that I've got to keep my head straight. I've got to remember that whatever's happening now is for my highest. I get it. It may feel strange. I may feel like I'm on a roller coaster, but the roller coaster it's on the tracks and it's going to exactly where it needs to go. My job is to keep my hands and feet and head inside of the vehicle. Keep my head, right? I may throw up a bit, but I'm going to try not to curse my fellow buddy out on the roller coaster because he's the one who got me to go on it. This is not about getting into long diatribes and hurting people. It's about understanding that whatever's happening is not to you, it's for you. And guess what? Listen, it's by you. I know that gets a lot of people, but I'll tell you that statement, what's happening is for you and by you, hits people differently depending on where they are along their own personal healing journey. If you're still kind of in the beginning and stuff, how could you say that? I don't, That's still a level of unconsciousness, and I get that, right? But those who've been on it, they've been in it, they've been connecting the dots, they've been seeing, they've been looking at their life macroscopically, also looking microscopically. They've been doing the reading, they've been doing the unearthing, they've been doing the understanding, they've been taking their licks and they keep on ticking. They realize the common denominator is them. They understand patterns, they understand pathologies, they see it in the family, they see it in themselves, they see it in their past, they see it in their past wounds, they see it in their current perpetuation, And that's something as simple as saying, oh my God, I'm flying off the handle. I'm blowing up at this guy at the ice cream parlor because he gave me the rainbow sprinkles. I asked for chocolate. I know I asked for chocolate because chocolate has 3 syllables. I remember saying 3 syllables, not rainbow, with 2 syllables. So what's going on here? I'm seeing myself blowing up at this guy, but I understand that's just me again, up to my own pattern. in that moment, there's an awareness, there's a consciousness, there's a growth, because it's not like this guy totally screwed up my order and he is making my life horrible. He had one job. What are you doing? Why are you working here? That's it. I'm getting on Twitter or whatever people get on, and I'm going to say something. His name is so and so, so and so. Okay, and he works at this branch and boycott and this, that, right? No, that is so outward. That's a moment where you stop, you try to have compassion, you understand what's happening, and you look inward. These are the kinds of energies that show maturity and growth, okay? It's maturity and growth. So I'm so bad. Let me not do what I was just about to do, but let me just say, get your stuff together. If that sounds like you, get your stuff together. We get it. It sucks. Get it together. Okay? Because this is what you're working on. 10 of Pentacles, creating structure. All right? Ooh. Anyway. And I say that also, having something like that just happened last night, and I was thinking to myself, oh my Lord, I'm glad I didn't take this call. I'm glad it went to voicemail. Now I'm hearing it. I'm just like, hello. And no, you have to think about it. You stop, you think. And then I was like, oh, that person probably didn't want to be the one to, they had to, their job asked them to call me. And well, they're probably so happy when they know who went to voicemail. Look at this 10 of Wands coming through. 10 of Wands is clarity, right? It's about unburdening yourself, cleaning things up. Sometimes you know what? It just to show you, it's the inner work. It's not the conscious clarity at the conscious level where it's like, this is clear now. I understand now. I have woken up and I understand. That is not necessary for things to get cleaned up. Things can be cleaned up and cleared up, and the conscious mind is the last one to know and the last one to accept. And that's the denial. That's denial, right? That's holding on. That's confusion. That's what happens when things are cleared up, energies are transformed, and the mind is having trouble acknowledging it. And so when we look at this card here, this 10 of Wands, the unburdening, the releasing, though, it's coming through with the sense of clarity. The clarity, again, comes first on the non-physical plane. There is a sense of clarity that happens on because it's a clearing up of energy. That's what clarity is. It's a clearing up of energy, a removal or dissolution of a blockage that existed on another field of your energy field, on another level of your energy field. And that which happens in the non-physical precipitates down into the physical. And then that's when you have the calamity or the crisis or the catalyst, let's put it that way. Something happens, the event. And then it's up to the conscious mind whether or not it feels ready or is able to accept at that time. And the reason why the conscious mind may have trouble doing it at that time is because there are other things that may be involved. Emotional traumas, fear-based responses, all of that. And that's why a lot of people may need help to work through those things. It's called crisis help, crisis counseling sometimes, all sorts of stuff, right? Therapy, just whatever. But today, I'm going to leave you with this. Under this moon in Virgo, Spirit is saying, yes, stuff is happening. We see this Ace of Wands. This is divine start, divine new beginning. It's brand new, but it's a spark. It's a spark. But look at this. It's mirroring this Tower. So right now, a lot of your new beginnings out there, because mine too, a lot of our new beginnings are coming by way of what we may perceive in the physical as a Tower moment. Remember, a Tower moment, we know it very much as something painful, something that falls apart, something that is very extremely disruptive. It makes sense. Uranus is in the air right now doing its thing. But it's thang, not thing, thang, But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. It's doing its thing, but it's going to be okay. you have to recognize that towers can also just be reflective of a massive change in mindset. Okay, so some of you can wake up tomorrow with a completely different mindset, or you'll get some information that completely makes you change your mind about something. Maybe you were about to invest in something, and then you heard something about the people who are running the fund or the organization or something, and it didn't sit right with you, and that made you completely change your mind, which changed the direction that your life was about to go on because you were about to invest a lot of money and a lot of time, resources, all sorts of stuff, right? And so that's why a tower moment doesn't necessarily have to be something physically crumbling beneath your feet, right? It just refers to the dissolution of something, the removal of something, the deconstruction of something, and this is following a moment of clarity that has happened on another level for you. But right now, you're tasked with embracing this new beginning as much as you can, and remembering that despite what it feels and what it's looking like, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you, and on some level of your field, definitely at the top at least, it's happening by you. Okay, so and you don't need to believe that last one in order to rise to this occasion. All right, so let's continue to make March the month of mastery, because we're seeing things we don't want to see. We're feeling, experiencing things we don't want to see or feel or experience, but we're meeting it and we're understanding that it's here for our health and well-being, and all we need to do is work with the energies to help clean it all up, so that we can step into our new beginning at a higher vibration. I do see for some of you there are some Saturnian influences going on. This is not everybody. Okay, yes, everyone has Saturn in their whatever, but I'm just seeing Saturn as having a large effect on quite a few people here. So Saturn is the planet of karma, it's the planet of lessons, it's the planet of, hey, did you learn this yet? So there may be some karmic stuff that's at play as well, right? Anyway, but you can be a G and handle it properly to the best of your abilities. All right, if you're open to having an energy reading with me, or an energetic shift, which is more in line with medical intuitive stuff, please do reach out. You can find my Etsy information on this page somewhere. All right, until then, much love and many blessings. Bye.